Force Revolution.
Hello, welcome to Inconvenient Vedic Truths. This one we're going to talk about Maya, the illusion, the matrix. So the Sanskrit word Maya literally means not this. So that which is not. So all the energy we see around us is all made of atoms on a subatomic level, and then it manifests before us as everything we see, such as trees, the land behind me, the grass, and even our own bodies. So it's not that it's not real. Often we hear this philosophy that life is a dream, which is partially true, but it's not a dream in a sense that it doesn't exist. If that was true, then we'd all be having the same dream. That's highly unlikely, if not impossible, that we're all dreaming the same thing. So it's not a dream in that sense, that it's not real. But Maya means that which is not, because it's not our original home. It's not our original nature to be in, because it's temporary. So everything around is real. These trees behind me are definitely real, in a sense that we can go up and touch them. Of course, on a subatomic level, it's more just empty space. Everything's vibrating at a certain energy that it appears to be solid. So in that sense it's unreal, but it's certainly there. I could take that tree, you could chop it down, you could make something, you could sit in the chair. You can't say that none of that is real. But it's not eternal. That's what it means by Maya. It's temporary, asat. It's not sad, it's not factual, because anything factual is actually permanently existing or eternal. So the tree there is not permanently existing. There was a time when it wasn't manifested, and there'll be a time when it isn't. So it's come from the earth and it's manifested into a tree with wood and branches and leaves, etc. But then at some point it will die. After a certain number of years it will die, and it will go again back into the earth. So everything is like that. Our bodies are like that also. So they're all coming into being, passing, and then passing away. So in that sense it's not real, but it's not that it doesn't exist. There's a bit of a ludicrous idea that we have, or some people have, that no, nothing is actually real, it's all just a dream. Because then you can sort of say, well, it doesn't really matter what we do. If it's a dream, then there's no real consequences in a dream. You can do whatever you like. So in a dream you do whatever you are thinking of doing in the dream, but then you wake up and there's no consequences to that, really. But in this world there are consequences. We can't just pretend it's a dream and do whatever we want. Of course we're going to get consequences, either legally or ultimately we're going to get karmic consequences. So whatever we do here, we're creating certain action and we're getting a reaction for it, sooner or later. So it is real, but it's a dream-like to think that this is our permanent home, to think that we're always going to be here in this particular body. And that's what Maya is, that which is not. This is not our real home. Our real home is Satchidananda in the spiritual world, and that also has variety, just like we have here, all the variety, but that's permanent there. Here it's just reflected. So Maya is the illusion or the matrix that we're in this particular body, and we have actions and desires, and that creates the next situation. So whatever's on the mind at the time of leaving this body, we've already created the next situation by shaping the mind, and the mind will carry us into the next situation. And this is all arranged by higher authorities, higher beings in the universe. So it's a bit like a puppet show, like, from above. The puppet master is creating the illusion of everything moving around, but it's just like a show. So we're a bit like that. We have our desires, but we're desiring to do things, but material nature is actually enacting those things out. But we're thinking, because of false ego, that we're actually doing it. But this is the great illusion of Maya, is that everything here is actually enacted under higher authorities, the Devatas, the demigods, and then we're thinking in false ego that we're doing it all, and therefore we're taking on the reaction, the consequences. But if we recognize that that's the illusion, then we don't act as if we're the body in the illusion. We act on the platform of real ego. So ego's there, the sense of I am has to be there, but I am the soul within the body, and that has a totally different purpose than just enjoying the senses of the body. But if we have the false ego, the ahankara, then yeah, we're going to simply be bound up by just trying to enjoy this body, the actions and reactions of material nature. To recognize that we are Jivatma, or spirit soul, animating the body, and then we act on that platform, find out what we're supposed to be doing on that platform, and not acting as a body. So just as in a dream, the best way to wake someone up from a dream is through sound. If you shout, get up, then that usually that person will hear and wake up. So similarly, material life, we're here in a dream, and the spiritual sound vibration actually wakes up our spiritual consciousness gradually, and then we come back to our original consciousness.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda